This video is brought to you in collaboration with WoWhead.com. Hello everyone! Our adventures into Dragonflight that started with the awakening of the Dracthyr, awakening of the Dragon Isles and the elements themselves. The Primalists have released Razsageth out of her prison on the Forbidden Reach. This is Neltharion's old training grounds, where he was able to build an army away from the spying eyes of his fellow aspects, even the Warden of Time Nosdormu. Only Malygos the Blue knew about the Dracthyr, as he was asked to put them into stasis, keep them as secrets away from the others. Now those ancient secrets are being uncovered for all to see. As with Razsageth's demise, the storm placed upon the Forbidden Reach, that's now disappeared. We managed to bring her down, but not before her siblings were released from their prisons, and they're on the hunt.
The storm is receding. The Reach is ours once again. Take cover.
Who are they, sarkareth? Is it the aspects?
No. Razsageth's kin.
The last echoes of her storm are fading. She is truly gone.
We should be devouring her murderers' hearts.
Do not underestimate them, Farak. Our sister's overconfidence was her downfall. While the Aspect's power has waned, their forces grow stronger. And we must even the scales.
They kept so many secrets. From us. And even from each other.
It is here. Neltharion's betrayal shattered their unity. Left fissures in their hearts. Yet the pain he inflicted was only the beginning.
Avarice. His hidden laboratory.
One last secret, deep within the earth.
The location of Avarice must lie within this vessel. I will decipher its knowledge.
What use are Neltharion's twisted experiments to us?
The laboratory itself is of no consequence. But the molten fire that powers it, that we can use.
Keep eyes on them, Desrin. Whatever remains of Neltharion's legacy belongs to us.
There's a gap of story when it comes to Neltharion. We know that he became the aspect of Earth when they turned into dragon aspects, and we know that he would eventually fall the madness of the old gods, bringing about the legacy of death and shadow. But there was a road that led him there. The transformation was not instantly, and those details, those secrets are now slowly being revealed, but will mainly play a part within the next major patch. This one is a smaller in-between one. This one instead focuses on building up where we're going to go next, which is hot on the trail of the Primalist to wherever this Aberrus might be. But for our Dracthyr, this is the first time they get to go back to their crashes after rudely waking up to a world completely transformed. With our new allies at our side, we go to work to secure the Reach against threats like pirates, Naga, leftover guards and the elements themselves. Until we're ready to move further in with Abyssian and Scale Commander Emberfall.
Are you certain of this course? The Reach is dangerous, and there are others who would oppose you.
This isle is the closest thing we Dracthyr have to a home. Razsageth is gone. It is time to claim what is ours.
You speak as though you are going into battle, Emberthal. If you assume a war footing, there will be war.
Spoken like one who spent millennia cowering in a cave.
We have all been through trials. We have all suffered.
Indeed. Some more than others. Well met, Damos. It's good to see an old friend.
It's an honor to serve by your side once again, Scale Commander.
Talon Damos will be my second in command for this mission. He's a fine soldier, one of the best.
We're going back into the Reach. That place was our prison for 10,000 years. It's time we made it our home.
So far, we've seen Rathian and Sibelian fight over who gets to lead the Black Dragonflight into the future. But there is another option unexplored. Abyssian has been uncorrupted for millennia, thanks to Hall on High Mountain and the Hammer of Kaskarov. He has guided generations of High Mountain leaders while the world kept on turning, and we want to find out about him until the Expansion Legion. He hasn't had a major role in the story quite yet, but at the same time, he also didn't nearly destroy the world, nor did he follow the orders of Deathwing and then get stuck on Outlands.
There is beauty in these ruins. Maybe our past is worth saving.
We help him out by securing the runes at the Lost Athenaeum. But we're not the only ones in search of history, as we find out that some of the tomes, they have their A sections ripped out, knowledge on Aberrus. Soon enough, our competition reveals itself.
Good, you're here. I would just as soon never set foot in a crash again. Emberthal awaits you inside. Oh, and thank you for aiding us.
Damos speaks highly of you. Not something he does often. He and the others are looking for answers. A reason for all of this. After everything that's happened, everything we've been through, I'm beginning to wonder if what I'm looking for isn't here.
Emberthal!
Oh, no. No.
Begone. The Reach belongs to the Sundered Flame.
Sarkareth! Damos. I'm so sorry.
Not just the Incarnates are on the hunt for information. There's also Sarkareth and the Sundered Flame. They're Dracthyr that decided not to ally with either the Alliance or the Hordes. They've broken away entirely, not wanted to follow the orders of yet another aspect. They see anything regarding Neltharion as their legacy, theirs to own, so it's no surprise that they stand in the way of Abyssian and Scale Commander Emberfall.
I understand your pain, young one.
Do you? How many black dragons have you lost?
I helped bury generations of the High Mountain tribe, but never my own.
I see. We have both lost many who were close to us. Yet there are others who may yet be saved. This place, Abyssian, it feels familiar. I sense a great power within it.
Who is this? This is an ancient work of magic. I sense Neltharion's handiwork. This construct should have run out of essence long ago. The collectors, they are saturated with black dragon essence, far more than what you would detect in any one dragon. It's almost as if the symbols are conduits of power. If I understand correctly, it is drawing that power from the Creshes, from the Dracthyr themselves. Neltharion was drawing the essence of the black dragonflight from Dracthyr in stasis. This siphon must have been empowering his dark enchantment while denying that power to the Dracthyr. Whoever this dragon is, she has been trapped in torment for a very long time. We should learn more before attempting to destroy her oubliette.
Across the Reach, we find a communication between Neltharion and a black dragon named Adamanthea. In Greek mythology, if I pronounce the name right, the name belongs to a goat nymph who managed to foster Zeus, even though his father Cronus swallowed all of his children in response to a prophecy from his mother Gaia. The prophecy said that his offspring would overthrow his supreme position in the pantheon. One can imagine Neltharion having a similar mindset when it comes to the Dracthyr. He was able to fully control them using the gauntlets as seen within the Legacy episode, but with the gauntlets destroyed, he decided to lock them away. It's up for interpretation as to why. Some have suggested that he locked them away so that the corruption of the old gods, that they couldn't take them as well. While others, and especially keeping an eye on these mythos, others believe that it had to do with trust. He could no longer fully control them, and so he worried that one day they might overthrow him or turn against him as well, let alone those whispers of the old gods floating around his head. Either way, the decision was made to lock them away, and the communications tell us why Adamanthea has been suffering here for millennia. What follows are translations of correspondence between the Black Dragon Adamanthea and Neltharion, the aspect of Earth. At the time of this translation, I can confirm that neither I nor any Dracthyr I've spoken to are able to fully remember Adamanthea. We have only fragments. Her origins and identity are mysterious, yet we feel drawn to her for reasons beyond recollection. It's as if she holds a part of us in her, sustained in more than just memory. Now you may peruse her words in this humble volume. May this transcription help spark memories for worthy Dracthyr who read it. Transcription of Sending Stone, the Prisoner. Lord Neltharion, I bring news. The Reach quaked today with the wrath of Razsageth, yet I'm happy to report that the seals over a makeshift prison in your vaults have held. The enchantments Malygos placed there should remain intact for many ages of this world, even without magical maintenance. Our prisoner is still able to exert her influence over the weather on the islands, and I'm worried that she might get a message out given enough time. For now, however, our only cause for concern should be what would happen if the other incarnates learned of our presence here. I will once again remind my Leckwick servants to destroy my sending stones after the messages have been sent. Transcription of Sending Stone initial reports. My aspects, I have made the discovery. You were correct in presuming that order magic may not be enough to re-establish control over the Dracthyr. However, I've learned over my countless experiments that this may not be necessary. I've confirmed that the Dracthyr are not broken. Dracthyr with free will are powerful, dangerously so. Yet they are not mindless cretins. Their hearts and minds can be won over, just as any free-thinking mortal might. With your permission, I would like to awaken more of the Wyrns so that we might explore this assertion further. Transcription of Receiving Stone, final warning. This is your final warning, Adamanthea. If you continue in your defiance, you will become an example to all, any foolishly entertain such asinine aspirations. Your suffering will span millennia. Even death will not release you. Any who look upon you will gaze upon your torment and despair. Cease this folly, or retribution awaits you. Transcription of Sending Stone, protests. My aspects. I thought I was doing everything you asked and more. The extraction of black dragonflight essence from the Dracthyr, It's gone smoothly, though I worry it may permanently cripple their abilities. Yet you command it, and I obey. You ordered the sealing of the creches, and so I work with the worms of Malygos as commanded. Today, I received word that you've ordered my awakened Dracthyr to Aberus, as if they were expendable for some esoteric experiment. I must know why. I demand their release. You can see for yourself they are awake and aware. Creatures capable of independent thought. Their trust must be cultivated, not forced. In the strongest possible terms, I must protest. Trusting to your genius, I entrust these words to the careful consideration of your intellect. Nice little details added, like the reason why the Dracthyr don't use the powers related to the Black Dragons, or that while locked away, Razsageth was still able to communicate. At least a hint of an explanation as to why the Primalists were able to find her, knew how to unlock her prison. And then of course, another mention of Aberus, another hint at what the next patch is going to bring. Despite her protests and trying to reason with Neltharion, the Aspect had warned her already and goes through with his own plans. Fast forward a few millennia and here we are. Her suffering for all to see. And some of the Dracthyr are desperately clinging to what they know from the past, while others, they could see that the world and their purpose has changed.
We need to go.
Patience, young one. Do not let your thirst for vengeance.
Vengeance? This is justice! Sarkareth must be stopped!
We should be cautious.
You spent too long sulking in your cave, old dragon. If you won't help me, I'll claim justice myself.
Here we are, at long last.
Sarkareth! You'll pay for the Dracthyr blood you've spilled!
Hear now the words of the Earth Warder, the voice of your creator.
I remember this place. Neltharion told us it would hone our minds. We marched through these caves for hours. Days. The echoes of his voice overwhelmed everything. Even our own thoughts.
Will not fail again. I will prove my worth. Here, we culled the weak from our ranks. The unworthy perished. Have you forgotten this place? The lessons Neltharion taught us.
I remember. But we will never find our future until we let go of the past. There is nothing for us here.
Darkness take you! The power in these caves is timeless, as is the failure of those whose bones litter its floor.
Deep within the halls of Aberus, I forged you, my ideal soldiers, my Dracthyr. Bound by unfaltering unity to fight the wars others could not.
He was our general once. He trained us, watched over us. What changed? When did we become mere tools to be discarded?
You are my talons, honed to strike at the very hearts of my enemies. That is your purpose, the destiny that lies before you. Your obedience, your loyalty, must never falter.
No. Your legacy is nothing but death.
My legacy lies deep within the earth. In the darkness, you will find strength. Serve my will, and one day the world will tremble before your might.
I need to leave this place before I lose myself to the darkness.
This is our inheritance. The strength that Neltharion gave us. The power that is ours by right. Yet you would throw it all away.
He betrayed us! He betrayed the aspects! He betrayed us!
The Earth Warder had the strength to see his vision made manifest. I will claim that strength and use it to lead our people to victory. Do you see now, Emberthal? We are Neltharion's ultimate vision. His masterpiece.
Yet you would throw Dracthyr lives away for power? What could we be owed that demands so bloody a price?
Purpose, Emberthal. We are owed a purpose. Neltharion's secrets are hidden somewhere in the Dragon Isles. And when I find them, his legacy will be mine.
I won't let you lead our people to ruin, Sarkareth.
Emberthal.
You would heed the command of a dragon rather than face me in battle. Pitiful! You have forgotten what it means to be Dracthyr.
I don't want to fight you.
Better that your soldiers died in stasis rather than live to see what you become. Stay here with your new master. Follow me, and I will end you.
If you were to follow him, what would you do?
Extinguish my enemy. As I was trained to.
By Neltharion. But this time, the enemy is one of your own. As are the Dracthyr that follow him. Soldiers who, like you, were conditioned to claim victory at any cost.
How dare you presume to know us? You, who hid among mortals while other dragons fought and died to protect our world.
You're right. I was content to be simply Ebonhorn, and High Mountain was my home. I should have done more.
Why didn't you?
Because I too am Neltharion's offspring. And it brought me only shame. I came here to face that. And found you.
You must be disappointed.
No. Just now, you defied his voice inside you. Chose compassion over violence. Our family does not have to live in his shadow.
Family. When I awoke, they were gone. All of them. For the first time, I was alone. And it terrified me. And when Sarkareth killed the others,
Emberthal. He will face justice for what he has done.
Will you help me, Abyssian?
We will help each other.
This sets the stage for the next big patch. Emberthal has made her choice, and Abyssian will be at her side as we track down the Primalist and this mysterious Aberrus that we've been hearing so much about. More history of the Dracthyr, more of the Black Dragonflight legacy awaits to be discovered. And I personally can't wait. That does leave one small thing before we wrap up for today. Across the Reach and in Neltharion's vault, we can find upgrades. There's gear, rings, all kinds of stuff to empower our efforts. But there's also lore to be found. There are the journal entries of adamanthea, speaking about how they tried to regain control on the Dracthyr, but they failed time and time again. Not even a hammer of Kaskarov was able to do it. Each time the Dracthyr would regain all memory and none of their former mental conditioning. There was no going back for them. No going back to how things used to be. And to Neltharion, that was a problem. Then a whole achievement dedicated to becoming librarian of the Reach. Gather books that are scattered. There's the burden of Lapisagos, the Blue Dragons taking up the charge of not only guarding the Dracthyr, but also keeping them a secret from the others, until the Spellweaver would give them further orders. A day that would never come. Last expedition notes, which simply speak about finding these sending notes and the idea that perhaps they were meant to be destroyed after use. A living book, which has been perfectly named. It says, "Oh, who did that? Who just opened me? Oh, it's like someone grabbed the sides of my ribcage and tore it open. Oh, my spine. Wait, someone's looking at me. Someone has torn me open and is looking inside me. Can they hear what I'm thinking? And how I get here? Hey you! What are you looking at? Gods, why are you scrying my innards? Oh, the pain. How did you do that? Did you turn something? Maybe you shouldn't do that again. Please don't. Oh, please. I beg of you. Close me. Just walk away. I don't know how this happens, but I can feel my life force fading away. Please. Don't do that weird thing you just did. Don't. You did it again. Oh gods, my skin. My cover? Wait. I'm a book. And I'm dying. And I'm the Numen and the mice. I blame you. The rest of the pages are blank. The Old Gods and the Ordering of Azeroth annotated. This is a very old book that's been in the game for a very long time now, and when it first reached the surface, it sparked quite a lot of questions. As the numbers of Old Gods in this book, it's 5 rather than 4 that we know from the Chronicles, and this had some wonder if there's perhaps an unknown Old God hidden away somewhere. Anything is possible, right? But I would say that the number has always been fluid, and more recent lore has put it at 4. So for example, there's the War of the Ancients trilogy. There they are called the Free. This book, it has them at 5, and then the Chronicles, it once again puts it at 4. Regardless, I don't think that the number of Old Gods is the point of this book. Rather, it would be the annotations, the notes that mentioning that the information is nonsense, that the Titans, the victors, have dedicated and dictated the story told throughout history. And I think that's what this item is supposed to convey, that the Titans lie, and that what they've told us about the Black Empire, about the Primalist, about, all the things on Azeroth, that their version is not all true. A soldier's journal reveals that there was more to the Dracthyr even when Neltharion did possess his glove, the Oathbinder it's called. The Dracthyr could think for themselves, and they wanted more out of life than just training, eating and sleeping. The Return of the Night Squall, that just deserves your time to be read fully. The legends and adventures of the good Captain Night Squall. Words of the Wormslayer are the boast of Wormslayer Angvardi, as they've come to the Reach to claim it, and any treasures that are left behind belong to them, while any dragons foolish enough to get in their way, they'll be struck down. They don't call him Wormslayer for nothing. Then, Ohn'arah of the Aspects. Most of the pages are blank, but there is what appears to be the end of a play written in the back, as if someone wanted to write the ending first. A heroic figure stands atop a cliff, the wind catching his cape around him heroically. It is Neltharion, savior of dragonkinds. Malagos. Neltharion, thank you for saving us all. You are so brave. Ysera. And heroic. Alexstrasza. And handsome. Neltharion. Oh, thank you. Thank you, you're too kind. Nosdormu. And humble. Neltharion. Now that we have defeated... ... And finally, one that hints at potential things for the future, which we all love. It is called A Song of the Depths. The Naga, with their harbingers of prophecies. Their Queen Ohn'arah simply walked out of Nyalofa last time that we saw her, after she caused a whole bunch of trouble, and she hasn't been seen since. Apparently, she is calling to them from beyond the Umbral Veil, having transcended the Circle of Stars. She now basks in her eternal grandeur. A hunger lost to the ages will be reclaimed. Perhaps the mutation of Galagrond or Galagrond himself. A dark heart left broken awaits the taking. When these things come to pass, the Harbinger will fulfill the final prophecy and complete the awakening. Only then shall our queen return to reign over sea and sky and earth. We must make ready. Rise, rise, soon all that was hidden will be revealed. So yeah, not just 10.1 awaits with Aberrus and all the things that are counting there, but also more Ohn'arah, Naga and Old God stuff. All the same, exciting times awaits. I've been testing 10.1 a little bit, and personally I find it to be shaping up to be quite a chapter as well. For now though, as I don't want to go into spoilers for 10.1, you're up to speed on the major story of what goes down in 10.0.7. So for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. So I just want to read up on all the things that we talked about today, and I can especially recommend to check out those in-game books, the captain story and whatnot. Check out the related WoWhead article in the description down below. As for me, you could subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time, see ya!